In Naruto, there's an unspoken rule that most fans have probably noticed. After the main story ends, nearly every character eventually gets married and has children. This is especially true for Naruto's generation, the ones who grew up, survived the war, and stepped into a new life. So naturally, the biggest question becomes, who did Naruto's generation end up marrying? Let's begin with the most famous and widely discussed couple, Naruto and Hinata. Although many viewers once assumed Sakura was the female lead, and therefore expected Naruto to end up with her, the one who ultimately held the 7th Hokage's hand was Hinata. This surprised quite a few readers at first, especially since Naruto had admitted he liked Sakura when he was younger. But Naruto's love story unfolded in a very different direction. Gentle, sincere, and built from moments that seemed small, yet deeply meaningful. Hinata had her eyes on Naruto ever since their academy days, after he helped her escape from a bullying incident. What moved her wasn't his strength or appearance, but Naruto's unyielding determination and his straightforward yet endearingly foolish nature. From that moment on, Hinata quietly observed him, and her feelings slowly blossomed. But what about Naruto? When did he truly begin to notice Hinata? The first major turning point was likely the Chunin exams. During her match with Neji, Hinata was completely overwhelmed. The difference in their abilities was so great that everyone thought the battle would end quickly. Yet Hinata refused to give up. She stood back up again and again, driven by Naruto's cheering voice. Though she ultimately lost, that unwavering spirit changed the way Naruto viewed her. In Naruto's fight against Neji, he revealed his vulnerability to Hinata for the very first time, admitting that he was only pretending to be strong. And it was Hinata's words, calling him a proud failure, that allowed Naruto to straighten his back and keep fighting. From that moment on, an unspoken yet powerful bond formed between them. However, the moment Naruto truly became aware of Hinata's feelings was during Pain's attack on Konoha. When Naruto was pinned down and unable to move, Hinata threw herself into the battlefield to face Pain head-on, despite knowing it was practically a death sentence. Her confession, "I love you, Naruto-kun," not only touched fans deeply, but also unlocked emotions within Naruto himself. From that point forward, the way Naruto looked at Hinata changed completely. The true turning point happened in the last Naruto the movie, which is considered the official story of how Naruto realized Hinata's love. 2 years after the war, when Otsutsuki Toneri emerges, Naruto finally understands that Hinata's feelings were never just admiration, but a form of unconditional devotion. That is when Naruto confronts his own emotions and confesses to her. Their kiss under the moonlight, one of the most beautiful scenes in the entire series, marks the moment they officially came together. In Naruto's epilogue, several years later, Naruto and Hinata hold their wedding, a major event detailed in Naruto Hiden. They go on to have 2 children, Boruto and Himawari. By the time Boruto begins, Naruto sometimes finds himself struggling in his role as a father, but the Uzumaki family continues to be filled with warmth. A busy Hokage, a gentle wife, and 2 lively children. Together, they are proof that despite all the hardships they faced, Naruto and Hinata remain one of the most enduring and beloved couples in the entire series. The second couple I want to talk about is Sasuke and Sakura, a pair written as a mirrored counterpart to Naruto and the main heroine of their generation. From a young age, Sasuke stood out with his cool appearance and exceptional academic performance, making him the center of attention among the female students, and Sakura was one of them. When she first appeared, Sakura believed that her long hair was what attracted Sasuke, but in reality, he was completely indifferent, distant, and barely acknowledged her presence. At that time, Sakura was simply a somewhat immature girl with a light-hearted crush, something closer to admiration than true love. However, things began to change when she, Sasuke, and Naruto started going on missions together as Team 7. Sakura's feelings gradually shifted from shallow infatuation to genuine affection, and Sasuke, though still maintaining his cold exterior, also began to notice her. He became angry when someone from the Leaf Village harmed her, and even expressed gratitude when Sakura tried to stop him. A small detail, but one that proved Sasuke had started to recognize her importance in his life. Everything shifted when Sasuke left the Leaf Village, driven by his resolve to avenge Itachi. At that moment, he seemed to sever all previous bonds, including his connection to Sakura. Meanwhile, Sakura couldn't abandon her feelings for Sasuke, even though she knew he was walking further and further away from the light. As Sasuke sank deeper into hatred, eventually becoming a threat to all 5 great nations, Sakura was forced to face the painful reality that she might one day have to defeat the very person she loved. This remains one of the most tragic emotional conflicts in the entire series. Later, through his encounters with Itachi and his conversations with the past Hokage, Sasuke gradually changed. He joined the 4th Great Ninja War, and in the end, he fully returned to the right path. Despite the many crimes he committed, including attacking the 5 great nations, Sasuke was forgiven, thanks to Naruto's efforts, Kakashi's guidance, and the events that unfolded during the war. He then began his long journey of redemption. After completing this first journey, Sasuke traveled the world with Sakura. During this time, they officially became a family, and their daughter Sarada was born. In the Boruto era, Sasuke is often away from home due to long-term missions, creating some emotional distance between him and his daughter. However, Sakura remains by his side, shouldering everything with him. Their marriage is overall remarkably stable, a relationship built on Sakura's unwavering persistence over the years, and on the quiet, sincere appreciation Sasuke holds for her, even after having once been a criminal pursued by the entire world. Next, we come to the story of Shikamaru and Temari, a couple who went through quite a few twists and turns before officially coming together. Their first meeting took place during the third round of the Chunin exams. At that time, Shikamaru saw Temari as just an ordinary girl. While Temari viewed him as a random opponent, there was absolutely no hint of romance between them. However, their battle in the Chunin exams became one of the most memorable fights in the entire Naruto series, showcasing both Shikamaru's strategic genius and Temari's sharp, formidable personality. After that confrontation, the two met again during the mission to pursue Sasuke. Before leaving, Shikamaru had an interesting conversation with his parents about why his father chose to marry a strict woman like his mother. His father replied, "Even though she's strict, sometimes she smiles very gently." At that time, Shikamaru still didn't fully understand the meaning behind that statement. During the mission, Shikamaru nearly lost to Tayuya, one of the Sound Four, and it was Temari who arrived just in time to save him. Shikamaru's first impression was that Temari was even scarier than his mom. But when he saw her smile, he suddenly fell silent. That was the moment Shikamaru began seeing Temari in a very different light. A spark of genuine affection appeared for the first time. In many ways, Shikamaru and Temari resemble a next-generation version of Shikamaru's parents. Strong-willed, practical, a little sarcastic yet surprisingly compatible. As Shippuden progressed, and with Shikamaru serving as the Hokage's advisor and a mentor to younger ninja, he spent even more time around Temari. In the anime, their scenes together were even more frequent than in the manga, making their relationship increasingly obvious. As for when Temari started developing feelings for Shikamaru, the author never stated it directly, but the hints were unmistakable. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, when Temari saw Shikamaru motivating his allies and demonstrating true leadership, she thought to herself, he could make a great Hokage someday. This was an exceptionally rare compliment coming from Temari. In the anime, when Temari's friend asked who she would choose as a boyfriend, Temari accidentally mentioned Shikamaru as a smart guy who had caught her attention, strong evidence that her feelings had already taken root. After the war, in Shikamaru Haiden and Konoha Haiden, the two became noticeably more proactive. Shikamaru invited Temari on a date, and Temari reacted with genuine happiness when Shikamaru awkwardly expressed his feelings. From that point on, they could be considered an official couple. They eventually married and had a son, Shikadai, who inherited the family's signature, smart but lazy, nature. Looking back, there's an interesting detail. In Part 1, Shikamaru once described his dream life: living peacefully, becoming an average ninja, marrying a normal girl, having 2 children, spending his days playing shogi, and retiring early once his kids grew up. But reality turned out entirely different. Shikamaru became the right-hand man of the Hokage, holding an extremely important position. He married Temari, the daughter of the Kazekage and a distinguished warrior, and he ended up with only 1 child. This contrast is both amusing and beautiful in its own way. Shikamaru didn't get the easygoing life he once imagined, but he ultimately lived a life he personally chose as an adult, a life of responsibility, purpose, and a worthy partner by his side. The fourth couple we'll talk about is Sai and Ino, a pairing that, in the main story, has almost no conflict at all. When Sai first met Ino, he casually called her a beautiful girl, which made her a little flustered. But after that moment, the manga didn't provide any clear development to show how the two eventually became a couple. The real clues lie in the side stories, especially Shikamaru Hiden. During an infiltration mission, Sai was brainwashed by the enemy. Thanks to a new technique from the Yamanaka clan, Ino was able to enter his mental world and pull him out of the condition. That moment, facing danger together, became the turning point that deepened their relationship. When Sai wanted to thank Ino after the mission, she was a bit shy, but still accepted his invitation to go out. From this, it's evident that Ino also had a special interest in Sai, something perfectly reasonable since Sai is straightforward, sincere, and naturally endearing. By Sakura Hiden, Ino even openly admitted that she liked Sai. At the end of the novel, they went out to eat together in a soft, subtly romantic atmosphere. During Naruto and Hinata's wedding, they held hands in front of everyone, a clear sign that their relationship had become official. By the end of the story, they were married and had a son, Inojin. Unlike many other couples of Naruto's generation, Ino did not marry into another clan. Instead, Sai married into the Yamanaka family. Considering Ino's difficult past and emotional struggles, her finding genuine family happiness is truly heartwarming. In Boruto, there's a scene of Ino resting her head on Sai's lap, a small but incredibly tender moment. According to Shikamaru Hiden, Sai also prepares gifts for Ino on her birthday, on Christmas, and on their anniversaries, showing that he is a thoughtful, gentle, and attentive husband, almost the ideal type in the eyes of many fans. The final couple on our list is Choji and Karui, the pair that surprised fans the most. In the main story, they had almost no interaction, no romantic hints, and absolutely no explanation of how they met or fell in love. Yet, by the time we reach the epilogue, they appear as husband and wife, with an adorable daughter. Although neither the manga nor the anime explores their relationship in depth, it's clear that they live a very happy life together. Many fans still hope that one day Kishimoto will reveal the full story of how their relationship began. And with that, we've gone through all the couples from Naruto's generation. Each pair has its own story, its own way of developing feelings, and all of them, whether major or minor, add something meaningful to the post-series world. If you have any thoughts or opinions about this topic, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found the video helpful. Thank you for watching until the end. Goodbye, and see you next time.